Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Hope you all are good. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So, in previous session, we talk about which device? Proxy, right?
Proxy.
And I hope you guys have gone through the session VPN, right? Now, we talk about how we can safeguard our network from web-based attack, right? Using proxy. Using proxy, we can even regulate our internet access. We can safeguard our network and our users from accessing the malicious site. Yes or no? In case any user access any malicious site, request will go to, for all requests will go to the proxy. Proxy will check the site belongs to which category. Any of the site, if you access, if it belongs to malicious category, malware category, phishing category, spoof category, it will be blocked by the proxy. Yes or no? Proxy team does the research and they categorize the URLs. Understand? So, using that proxy, we can also regulate the internet access of our users based on their roles. What kind of internet access you want to provide to our users, which level of internet access we can enable based on the proxy. We can create a role. Understand? So, what kind of role you are having, what kind of website you should be able to access, based on that, we can enable the access of those category of the website. You understand? Proxy, when you access any website, it will go to the proxy. Proxy will reinitiate a new connection on behalf of you and will go to the internet. That means directly your IP is not going to the internet. Instead, proxy IP is going to the internet. Understand? Proxy email gateway is the part of network. Understand? Before email gets delivered, email gateway comes in the network. Before you access the website, proxy comes in the network. Now, let's take an example. Emails. Attacker has sent an email with having phishing email having malware attachment with new IP address, which is not the part of firewall ACL, resulting email is coming on port number. Which number? Emails? 25. And 25 port number is allowed for everyone, and resulting email firewall will allow the email. Now it will hit to the email gateway. Very possible that attacker has bought a new domain and that domain is not listed anywhere as a phishing or spam category or any other malicious category. Yes or no? And the develop, so in that case, maybe email gateway may allow the email, and resulting email may get delivered to the users. There will be certain scenarios, even you have email gateway, even you have a firewall, still that email will get delivered to your user's email ID. Yes or no? Now what will happen? In that case, what will happen? User may end up opening that email. Yes or no? User may end up opening that email. If user will open that email which is having the attachment, in that case, what will happen? Your system will get compromised, infected. Yes or no? In that case, we should have some kind of security controls so that if any malware will get delivered to the endpoint, means if network device get failed, the device which are there in the network like firewall, email gateway get failed to detect such kind of attack, such kind of malware, we should have some devices on the endpoint. Not in the network, but in the endpoint means your laptop, desktop, endpoint. At the end, end of the network, right? What device is connected? My laptop is connected end to the network, right? We call as endpoint, right? Means network we have firewall and other devices, but at the end, email got delivered to the endpoint, your desktop laptop, and you ended up open that email, and resulting it was malware, your system got compromised. Network device got failed. So we should have some sort of security control so that if malware reach to your endpoint, still we should have some kind of security controls to detect this malware. Right? So in this case, we have to introduce one more layer of security control. That security control we call as what do you call as?
Antivirus.
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 What do you call as antivirus or endpoint security? Antivirus, right? Which will be installed on the user system endpoint. That is called endpoint security. This is endpoint, right? Endpoint security solution, which is antivirus.
Antivirus.
Endpoint security solution. Let me draw quickly that same architecture, network architecture. Let me draw it. Antivirus, I hope you have everybody heard about antivirus, yes or no? And
Yes.
I hope many of the people have used it also on your own system. Yes or no? Antivirus, have you installed
Yes, sir.
ever in your at least once
Yes.
your laptop
Yes.
desktop?
Yes.
So what it does generally, when you install it in your laptop desktop, what it does?
It will scan for any.
It scans.
It will scan real time.
Okay. Then after scanning,
It
It
will
will ask whether
quarantine,
to.
isolate.
hmm, what is this noise? Speaker count is noise. Okay. For example, is a firewall, right? You have some email gateway also, but all got failed, right? Email gateway, all got failed, and it has been delivered to your endpoint, right? Now you have to implement endpoint security solution, which secure the endpoint in the sense which should be able to detect in case malware got delivered to the endpoint, means your desktop laptop, it should be able to detect, because this whole network, this network device comes on the network, right? Email is already delivered, means already passed to the network and resulting it reached here, right? These device will not come in the picture because it's already passed from these device, it's already came reach here. So we should have some security device here which can further do something, right? That device we call as endpoint security solution because it's endpoint, and endpoint security solution is antivirus. Antivirus has anti-malware and all, right? We consolidate, we call it antivirus. Anti means, you understand, anti means opposite, which oppose, right? Antivirus means which oppose the virus. Understand? So antivirus, now here we have to install antivirus solution, right? Which can detect the malware and can take the action. Get in mind? So every endpoints, servers, laptop, desktop, we have to install the antivirus so that it can detect the latest malwares, viruses. You understand? Different type of malwares. Viruses are the type of malwares, right? So now once malware reach to the end system, once antivirus detect, so on what basis antivirus detect particular file as a malware? There are two ways antivirus detect particular file as a malware. There are two ways. One, based on the signature. Second thing, based on its based on signature and based on its behavior. Based on its behavior, file behavior, behavior. Based on signature, antivirus has again ACL, dynamic and static. Again, antivirus has the ACL, dynamic and static. Dynamic ACL is updated by the cloud vendor. Yes or no? If you buy a Symantec antivirus, signature will be updated by the Symantec. You get the notification, right, that your Symantec antivirus is out of date. Antivirus definition means actually signature. ACL, out of date. Kindly update antivirus signature definition to tackle with the latest malwares, latest viruses. Yes or no? That signature will be updated in the dynamic list. That is the signature which cloud team, means antivirus team, does the research. They create the signature to tackle with latest malware and they update it here. Understand? So that is what happens if you do not renew your antivirus, do not pay to antivirus company, they will stop releasing the signature. And antivirus will not really get the signature, and resulting your system will be, is prone to be compromised because your antivirus will not get the latest signature. Some latest antivirus has been malware has been launched and your antivirus is not receiving the signature. So antivirus team will charge you to receive the signature. Understand? They are doing the R&D, right? For that only they are charging you. Understand? So based on the signature, there are various parameters. I'll tell you in the later period something called as hash values also. They'll be updating as part of hash values. On the later part, I will tell you what is hash values. Based on that also, this virus detection can happen as part of signature. Second thing, behavior. Behavior of the file. Behavior of the file in the sense, any file, for example, any file you downloaded, not trying to replicate itself. Right? It's one of the behavior of malware. Any file you download and install, it trying to connect outside, trying to communicate outside. It's the behavior of one of the malware called as Trojan. Yes or no? So based on the behavior of the file also, your antivirus understand it's a kind of malware. Understand? So based on the signature, based on the behavior, your antivirus solution that you have installed here, agent that you have installed, can understand it's a malware. Right? Now,
I think I have a question, please.
Yes, go ahead.
Is this applicable to IoT devices as well?
IoT device, it depends on any IoT or whatever device. It depends on operating system. It's not on devices, it depends on operating system that we use. Mostly Windows devices are more vulnerable for these viruses, while Linux devices, Linux operating systems are having better security compared to Windows. You will see majority of time antiviruses we are installing on Windows. Understand? Because Windows is more vulnerable compared to Linux. Android also you are not installing antiviruses because Android, iOS are having better security. Windows is more vulnerable. Understand? So all it depends on the operating system that you are using. Okay, if your IoT devices are having Windows, then you have to use antivirus. Okay,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
So now you understand antivirus is based on signature, right? You install agent. You guys are installing. At least you have not seen proxy, you have not seen email gateway, but at least you have seen antivirus. Almost people have seen antivirus, right? And you have seen the prompt also, your antivirus definition is out of date. And sometimes you have seen the message also that you have machine infected. You got antivirus got a virus, malware. Sometimes you have seen, if you have seen the warning message like that, right? How it detects, right? So based on two things, antivirus detect this malware. So all your enterprise machines, endpoint, desktop, laptop, servers should have this antivirus agent installed, right? Now, these two ways based on what antivirus detect a particular file as a malware. Now, if antivirus detect particular file as a malware then what action it takes? It do not ideally delete always. There are a couple of actions it takes. Let's understand what action it takes. First action clean. First action is cleaning. For example, particular file is infected with virus. Actual file, original file is infected. Understand? File itself is not a malware, but it is infected with virus. Antivirus will understand the original file is not a malware, but it is infected with virus. Then antivirus will try to clean the file, means cleaning activity, right? In case the particular file itself is a malware, antivirus understand, okay, it's a malware, right? In this case, antivirus will delete the file itself. When 100% sure, antivirus 100% sure it's a virus only, malware only, antivirus will delete the file. Third option is quarantine. Quarantine or quarantine. Quarantine. Before COVID, I used to explain the meaning of quarantine. Now you guys are aware what is the meaning of quarantine. Isolation.
Isolation.
Might be some of you guys might be also in quarantine for 14 days, 10 days, 7 days, something like that. Quarantine, when antivirus is not 100% sure, there might be some possibility. For example, this user, your name is Harsh. Harsh is normal business user, right? He has downloaded a file. He has got an email, he has got a file. Once he opened the file, antivirus scanned it. Antivirus found it's a malware. But antivirus is not 100% sure. For example, 75% sure it's malware, but 25% unsure. It's not, means signature is not 100% matching, 75% matching. So antivirus cannot go ahead and delete the file because signature is not matching 100%. There might be possibility that it may not be a malware. It might be a business related file. That we call false positive. But 75% signature is matching. It can be a malware also. Means problem is in both. You understand? Problem is in both. If it deletes, it can be a business file, important critical file. If delete, it will be gone. Business data will be gone. If it did not delete, then it may be a malware. System may get compromised. Problem is on both. Then कोई बीच का रास्ता निकालते हैं. Then it has to find out the way of in between and middle way. Middle way is neither it will delete nor it will
release.
Allowed to use.
right. Neither it will keep there nor it will delete. What it will do is it will quarantine. That means what happens is whenever you install whenever you install any software, generally install under C drive. Whenever anything you install, right, it will ask you where do you install. If it does not ask, ideally it install under C drive under program file. Its folder will be created, right? If you have not seen it, some people might not have seen it also. Whenever you are installing any software, it is not something that you are seeing on desktop icon. In the backend, its file is being created under C drive. Ideally, if you are not selecting manual path under C drive, for example, you're installing Adobe Reader, right? Adobe Reader, only icon is there on your desktop. Okay, its backend folder files are being stored by default under C drive, under program file, and under Adobe Reader folder will be created. All files are being stored under that folder. Get in mind? If you have not seen it, go home and check. Any software that you're installing by default are being stored under C drive, under program file, and then particular folder name. Understand? It's important because once I start the Splunk, again we'll discuss about the directory structures. So better you explore it, program file, whatever software you have installed in system, right? You explore. So this is the homework for you. You explore it. Windows file hierarchy, Windows directory structure. You explore what is Windows directory structures. Try to understand file and folders. Windows directory structure, because it is very important while we learn Splunk. Windows directory structure. Directory structure is nothing but the backend C drive, then file, different file and folders, right? Windows directory structure. So what are the program files and users, different, try to little understanding, just little understanding. Windows directory structures. Windows directory structure. Similarly, Linux directory structure also, but Linux is fine for now. Just try to understand Windows directory structure, right? And the C drive, what are different folders you have, right? That is what, just get to know. So, for example, Symantec antivirus you install, then it will by default get installed under C drive in the program folder and the program file. Under that, Symantec folder will be created. Under Symantec folder, one folder will be created by default, quarantine folder. Quarantine. That folder is a kind of quarantine. Quarantine folder means whatever file comes in that folder, it's kind of isolated folder. Isolation. In COVID, you have been isolated, right? Isolated means separate room, no infection, because nobody can come inside, you can't go outside. Means quarantine, isolated. That means what Haman says, if any file found, detected in your desktop as a malware, but antivirus is unsure, 75% signature matched. In this case, antivirus will move that file from the desktop or from any location to the quarantine folder. Quarantine folder is isolated folder, where once the file moves, that particular malware can't do anything because all access will be blocked. Get away? It tried to connect outside, nothing will happen because that folder is completely isolated. Safer side, it has moved to quarantine folder, and you understand isolation has certain retention period. You are not being isolated for lifetime. You have been isolated for 14 days, right? Similarly, quarantine folder also having certain retention period. For example, 7 days. After 7 days, why this file has been quarantined for safer side? For example, safer side, if it has been deleted now by antivirus, maybe user will come up and say, it was my business file you have deleted, and I lost it. If I do not delete, it may be a malware, it will infect. Safer side, it has been moved. If user comes back and says that if an important file, we have the option to restore that file. If user do not comes back, after 7 days or whatever period you have configured, file will get deleted automatically. So quarantine is also an operation work of the antivirus. Many times antivirus capture, quarantine and delete after some time if user do not comes back. But safer side, quarantine option so that you will not lose the important file sometime if antivirus has false positively detected as a malware. If user comes back, we can manually verify whether that is actually a virus malware or not through other sources. Understand? Clear? Clear my point? Right? So we can verify, and then we can we have the option to whitelist the file on the antivirus. In case you verify the file, so what you can do is, see, Symantec antivirus having their own signature, only Symantec signature, right? So if you want to verify, for example, user is saying, okay, that is my important file, that is not a that file is not a may not be virus, that is important file sent by my client. So in that case, you may have to whitelist, because so we cannot blindly whitelist that file. Antivirus saying it's a virus, maybe it may be a malware. So we have to verify whether it actually malware or not, right? So we have the option, we can upload that file on the VirusTotal. We have open source tool. So if you have seen the video phishing email analysis, yes or no, on which I have explained you how you can verify particular file is malware or not. So either we can upload the file on the VirusTotal and check, because VirusTotal is having 50 plus antivirus engine, not only Symantec. If your company do not allow to upload to the VirusTotal, what we can do? Right. Now you know the hash value. We can extract the hash value in the system itself by running some command, get hash command, right? And extract the hash value, then upload it, right? So we can verify if user is saying it's legitimate, but still we can't trust user only. We can get the hash value and enter the hash value in the VirusTotal, get it verified whether what user is saying it is correct or not. If only Symantec captures virus, other antivirus is not saying it's virus, we can whitelist this in the antivirus and we can restore the file on the actual location. Get your mind? So that is the cleaning, deletion, and quarantine. These are the operations work of the antivirus. Means once we install antivirus, many times virus found clean, virus found delete. No action is required. During the quarantine also, no action is required unless user comes back and saying that it was a important file, it's a client file. And that is also a rare situation, but sometimes it may happen. Then intervention is required. Understand? Clear? Otherwise, many times it will quarantine and after a certain period, it will get deleted. Fourth action, when antivirus may not be handled by a SOC team. You may have separate team plus endpoint security team or antivirus team, right? Only logs will receive on the SIM. Only antivirus logs will receive the SIM. Only fourth case, as a SOC team, we need some action. Antivirus is not managed by SOC team. We may have separate team. Only in case of product-based company where we have only one security team, not different team for firewall, different for IPS, different for antivirus, different for proxy, different from SOC. Then may possible one team is doing every work. Otherwise, big company, you may have separate SOC team, antivirus team is different, network security team is different, right? Antivirus team, otherwise antivirus is not a part of SOC. Okay, only thing is we get the logs, and when it is deleted logs, clean log, quarantine, we are not bothered about it. Fourth action is left alone. For example, if it is Symantec antivirus, then it is left alone. And for other antivirus, similar action will be generated. Name may be different. Left alone means sometimes antivirus may not be able to clean. May be possible that some file antivirus may not be able to clean it. Antivirus may not be able to clean it, or antivirus may not be 100% sure, maybe 50% sure it's a virus, 50% unsure. May not be quarantine it, right? Means malware is still there and antivirus is unable to take any action. Action will be generated as left alone. Means antivirus found, but antivirus is unable to clean it. And action is left alone. Understand? You understand? Antivirus is also digital software. Whatever process it will do, whatever activity it will do, it will generate in the form of logs. Any file it will scan, clean, delete, quarantine, updated, signature updated. Each and every activities are being generated in the form of logs. Get a point? But we are not worried when cleaning, deletion, quarantine logs are being generated. We are not much bothered about it, right? But when the logs being generated left alone, we should bother about it, because antivirus found a virus but unable to clean it, unable to delete it. Action is left alone. Yes or no? That means malware or virus is still there, but antivirus unable to take any action. Yes or no? So that is the important event from antivirus. In that case, human action is required. We should check manually whether that is actually a virus malware or not. We should verify and then take the appropriate action. Understand? So you know what happens? Whenever antivirus generate a log, it will capture whole information. For example, clean. For example, any particular machine is cleaned, right? Particular machine is cleaning, right? So for example, particular file has been scanned. So antivirus generate the log on which particular machine has been scanned, what is the IP address of machine, which user has been logged in on that particular machine, what is the file which have been scanned, whole path under C drive, under program file, which user, what is the username, then desktop, then file name is this one. Whole file path you'll capture the logs. Get it, mind? And then if cleaning means if any malware found, what is the malware which have been found? What is the malware name? And what is the action name? Clean, delete, quarantine, or left alone. Everything will capture on the logs. Which user had logged in, what is the IP address, what time it has been found. Each and every activities will be recorded. So we can easily understand which user has logged in particular machine, what is the IP address, what is the path file on which malware has been found. Understand? Clear? Whole information will be recorded. I'm giving you the general scenario. I am giving the general scenario right now that whenever either cleaning, deletion, quarantine, or left on any activity will happen, it will generate full log. Which machine it is scanning, which user has logged in a particular machine when antivirus generate the logs, because all the machine antivirus client has been installed and all antivirus client will send the data logs, right? We will collect the logs from all antivirus client. For example, you have 4 lakhs of users. 4 lakhs of antivirus client has been installed, right? Being a SOC team, later period, I will introduce SIM. On the SIM will monitor all the antivirus logs, right? So all SIM antivirus agent will send the logs. So which antivirus client has sent the logs, which machine IP address, which user has logged in the particular machine, right? Understand? Which file was infected, what is the whole path of the file. Then only will understand, right, which machine is infected, which user has been logged in, what is the IP address of machine, what is the host name. All information will capture on the logs. Otherwise, how will come to know? There are 4 lakhs of users. How will come to know? The whole information will be captured on the logs. Means we'll have the full evidence. Then only we can look at it, right? Understand? The whole information will be having in the form of logs. Clear? So when particular log generated, that particular user machine has been scanned, right? This is the file, but malware found. This is the malware found, but antivirus action is left alone. Means antivirus was unable to clean. Action is left alone. Means malware is still there. Antivirus is unable to clean. In this case, we have to take the action because malware is still there. Understand? Means we have to remove that virus. Maybe it is actually a virus, a malware. We have to verify and take the action, appropriate action. In this case, once we get this event, being a SOC team, because we'll configure and consider this is kind of alert. Being a SOC team, once we monitor this on the SIM, I will introduce after this what is SIM. All antivirus agent will send the logs to the SIM. Once we monitor this as an alert, we'll consider this an alert on the SIM. Once we get an alert that one virus found on particular system and action is left alone, we'll assign this case to desktop team. And we'll ask desktop team to scan the machine from the malware byte. Because you can see particular antivirus, we have, for example, let's say Symantec antivirus was installed on the system. Symantec antivirus scanned the machine and found a malware, right? But it was not 100% sure. It's a malware on a 50%, right? That's the reason action was left alone. Means not 100% sure. If it is 100% sure, it might have cleaned or deleted. But it was not 100% sure. That's the reason it was not deleted, or it was not able to delete it. So if I scan the machine again with Symantec same antivirus, does not make any sense. Yes or no? So verify whether it's actually a malware, and if it is actually malware, should take some action to delete it. We should scan it from some other antivirus, which may have some signature to take some action. So there is one antivirus that we call as Malwarebyte. Malwarebyte have the signature of 30 plus antivirus engine. For example, Symantec antivirus having only Symantec signature, Trend Micro only Trend Micro signature, ESET only ESET signature, but Malwarebyte antivirus having tie-up with 30 plus such vendors, and it collect the signature from 30 plus such companies. So if I'm scanning something from Malwarebyte, that means it is scanning against 30 plus such antivirus engines, antivirus signatures, right? So we'll assign this case to desktop team and we'll ask them to install a Malwarebyte and scan the machine with the Malwarebyte. Understand? Scan the machine, antivirus Malwarebyte will scan the machine. If scanning any virus found, if it is sure, then it will delete the virus. It will delete, then we'll ask them to scan it, then share the logs, scan logs. Once antivirus will scan it, right, it will generate a log. Logs means the history, right? History, what scanning has been found, during the scanning, what has been found, what action has been taken. So being a SOC team, we'll assign this case to desktop team. We'll ask them to scan the machine from the Malwarebyte and share the logs to the SOC team. Malwarebyte logs. Understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Why logs? Because we should know, right? Because the system was infected, whether Malwarebyte has found the malware or not, and whether it has been deleted or not. We should verify, right? If once desktop teams has sent the scan log, we'll check the logs, whether particular malware has found and whether it has taken some action or not. If we send the log, if Malwarebyte has detected and taken some action, deleted, then we are fine. We'll close that case. Okay, it was actually malware and it has been deleted by Malwarebyte. Understand? That is the reason we ask desktop team to scan the machine and share the logs, scanning logs. Understand? Those are scanning logs. After once the malware is scanned, it will generate a log, scanning logs. We can review, okay, this file has been scanned, this file has been scanned, this file has been scanned, and now malware detected has been deleted. Understand? Deleting the malware manually may not delete the malware completely. If you think that, okay, that particular path has malware, I already have the path, I can go ahead and delete it, shift delete completely permanently, right? That is not a good idea. Deleting file malware manually may not delete the malware completely, because once malware installed, it create the backend processes, registry entries. Yes or no? Not only just a front end file. So manually you might delete the front end file, but backend files such as registry entry processes might be still running, and it may come up again. It is not completely removed. So once antivirus removes such malwares, it kills the process and removes the registry entries, and it completely removes the malware. Yes or no? So that is the reason we do it from the antiviruses, not manually, because there are so many processes and registry entries created back end, and it may come again if you install, if you are removing it manually. Understand? Sometimes some malwares are very strong. Even we remove it from antivirus also, sometimes again and again they come up. You see, sometimes interview this is frequently asked question in interview, that you see some malware, you scan machine, you delete it. If the same malware is reoccurring on the same machine again and again, reoccurring again, you ask, you deleted through antivirus, Again, same malware again came up. You again delete it, again came up. Because how again came up? Because it's not being removed completely from the machine. Again, you're scanning and deleting, again it is coming up. The final option is to completely remove the malware is
Malware
Restore the machine.
to
Restore the
reimage-
machine.
Right, reimage the operating system, means format the machine. In case malware reoccurring to particular machine, same malware again and again, even after scanning and deleting, the final option is reimage the machine.
Could we use a snapshot too?
What?
Could we use a snapshot of the machine previous made
What is
snapshot?
the snapshot? If you take, what is the use of doing this one? Snapshot means completely data again it has the already malware. Data backup, nothing you can take, right? Completely reimage. Reimage means data will be completely gone. You should not take any snapshot backup. Backup you are taking, that means you're taking the backup of malware also, right? What is the sense of doing the reimage then? Reimage means completely restoration, not restoration, completely format. Reinstallation of your operating system. Understand? Clear? That is the final option. In case after deleting, after removing malware again and again it is reoccurring, final option reimage.
Formatting a particular drive will not work. Formatting a particular drive where the malware is.
Operating system itself we have to reimage, not drive. Operating system, because not drive. Once malware come, it may have access to whole system, not particular drive. Understand? Whole operating system you have to reimage. Understand? Once you start working, there will be some scenarios when you will see malware and we have to reimage many of the system. That's the reason when you're working in the company, it has been told not to keep any critical data on your system. We will have something called a shared drive. In a company, we will have shared drive. I'm not able to pronounce asset actually. Shared drive it is. Shared drives. Shared drive. Common shared drive will be mapped along with your desktop, right? So critical data we will have on shared drive, critical files, not to keep in a desktop. Why? Because you never know when your security team will have to reimage your machine and you will lose your data. Because generally, many of the companies will not take the backup your laptop desktop. Understand? Shared drive will have the backup. Understand? So critical data, you should keep it here and the shared drive, not your desktop laptop, because anytime your system might have to go with reimagination. Understand?
I'm having a question here.
Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking that since a malware can be as well quarantined out of the system, based on the sophistication of the technology we are having now, staying over a period of time for it to be like 7 days and above, then the sophistication of the technology can as well make that malware to find itself into a network. It's just my thinking.
Come back 7 days.
No. I'm saying that within 7 days, based on the sophistication of the technology that we are witnessing today, can't that quarantine malware find itself into a network?
What find in 7 days? What can find?
No, Sulabh. Actually, answering the gentleman's question, yes, could be the scenario that in the coming days technologies, what will happen? This AI will take over. This AI will take over because the quarantine which we are doing it and the leftover what we are doing it, or let's say we are reimaging the machine or formatting the machine. So just to stop all these processes, in near future, AI has been introduced, which will take care of all these activities in the cloud itself.
Of course, it depends now. It depends. I mean, see, there are some tools. I mean, this is, I'm talking about the on-premises solution. I mean, we have various tools, well as EDR now. We have EDR. This feature is there already in EDR. Right now, isolation and everything, system isolation also, in case machine infected, sometime we have to isolate machine. That can be done automatically using EDR, right? This training will also cover the EDR. In the EDR solution, we will be talking about this further. Even sometime machine is infected, we need to isolate, right? That feature is already introduced on the EDR solution. And this is also a automated function. Isolating, quarantine the file, that is also automation, right? Not manual activity. Quarantine this file is not a manual activity, it's automated. Get your point? Antivirus will collect and automate it, it's not a manual activity.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Anyways, whatever going to happen, it will happen in future. So, I mean, we can't, I mean, expect what may happen. Whatever happen, we will see it here. So, but this is what is happening right now. So, you understand, the left alone, in case such a situation happen, then only SOC team will have to assign this alert to the, desktop team, right? In this case, to scan the machine from the malware byte. If machine infected, if any machine is infected with malware, first action will take is to isolate the machine from the network. Before right now, it is not a 100% confirmed case that machine is infected, but it was unsure. Antivirus was even not sure it's a confirmed virus. That's the reason we asked to scan the machine and share the logs. Yes or no? But in case any confirmed virus, confirmed malware, any confirmed malware machine is infected, right? First action is to isolate the machine from the network. This case, antivirus found the malware, but antivirus was unsure, right? The action was left alone because antivirus was unsure. 50% sure, 50% unsure. That's the reason antivirus has not taken any action. In this case, we simply assign this case to desktop team. Desktop team has to scan the machine from the malware byte and share us the logs. We'll see these logs, and based on that, they will close the case. Understand? In case any malware gets successfully delivered, for example, ransomware attack happened, ransomware malware came, we came to know it's a ransomware, some machine is infected, right? So any malware comes to your network, once you come to know it's actually a malware, first action, the machine which have been infected, we have to isolate the machine for the network. Isolation means
Separate the machine.
from the network.
Disconnect, separate.
Disconnecting the machine
from the
network. Because one machine is compromised. Now we understand, if machine is compromised, the attacker is controlling the machine. Now attacker make compromise some other machine being in the same network. Attacker is already inside your network, can try to compromise other machine, can try to spread the virus to other machines. Yes or no? So the first action is to isolate the machine for the network, right? So how will you isolate the machine for the network? Being a SOC team, if you have to isolate the machine, if you come to know the malware has been delivered, if you have to isolate the machine from the network, how will you isolate? If it is desktop, for example, if it is desktop,
Disconnect
Disconnect it from the router, disconnect from the private network.
How will you disconnect? Through
Through the manual processes or by making the machine separate.
from LAN.
Cable connecting, pulling out the cable.
right. See, first of all, if a desktop, you just pull out the cable, remove the cable from the Ethernet cable connected right on the desktop, just remove the cable. Yes or no? You can ask desktop team, assign the case to desktop team and ask them to disconnect. Or you can simply call the user and ask them to remove but you cannot trust the user. There is some policy, right? we have to ensure that the cable has been removed, system has been isolated. So this case should not be assigned to user, but has to be assigned to desktop team to isolate the machine for the network. That means desktop team, local desktop team will go and isolate the machine, remove the cable. If it is laptop, then we have to disconnect the Wi-Fi. We have to disconnect the Wi-Fi. One another way is we can block the MAC address on the nearest switch on which your laptop or desktop is connected on the nearest switch, right? Or the router, Wi-Fi router actually switch, right? To connect layer 3 switch, Wi-Fi router is a layer 3 switch, right? On which we can block the MAC address. We can assign this case to network team to block the MAC address of particular system so that user will try to connect also, he will not be able to connect.
But
Yes or
can
no?
the IP address as well be hotlisted?
What?
Can the IP address be hotlisted?
No, IP address no, because IP address is DHCP, right? If you block DHCP, again you will get new IP address. Not static. So that is the reason we are blocking. What are we blocking? MAC address, not the IP address. Yes or no? Because switch will communicate based on the MAC address only finally.
Layer 2.
Yes or no? Layer 2 MAC address. So once you connect to the switch, it will learn your MAC address. So now once you block MAC address only, it will block IP address. If you block, then IP address is dynamic, not static. It will collect, it will get some other IP address otherwise. Unnecessarily, you will block IP address, right? So now, right, this is a manual solution. If you have EDR solution in your network, EDR, then EDR console it is very simple. EDR client will be installed on your all desktop. Simply on one click only, system can be isolated from the network.
What's MAC address?
What?
MAC address, what is it?
Device address, that's MAC
MAC address is a
address.
physical address. We talk about right in the second session, I think. Physical address, like a chassis number in your car given by the manufacturer, right?
Device address.
IMEI number in your phone, IMEI number, physical address. Similarly, when the laptop, desktop being manufactured by your developer, manufacturer, that time it gives your physical address. That is called as MAC address. Okay, manufacturer address. Got it?
Yes, thank you.
There. So now, antivirus, what kind of scanning antivirus generally perform? So, you know what? Antivirus signature should be updated all the time, right? Should be updated all the time to tackle with the latest malware viruses. Antivirus signature should be updated all the time. Yes or no?
Yes.
We should keep all the time. Otherwise, latest antivirus will come, a virus will come. If your antivirus is not up to date, it will penetrate your network, means it will infect your system. An antivirus does not have signature. So we have to ensure that it should be updated all the time. If you want to become the antivirus administrator work is only to ensure that all the antivirus clients are up to date all the time. That's the only work of antivirus administrator, to ensure that all 4 lakh, 5 lakh, whatever company employees you have, servers, system, all the antivirus clients are up to date signature definitions all the time. So now how these 4 lakh, 5 lakhs computer, whatever 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 50,000 computer that you have in the company, how are they, how your antivirus client take the signature? That you install in machine? Huh?
We receive the updates alone
From where?
From the service provider, cloud
from the service
provider.
provider.
Cloud service provider.
Cloud vendor.
Right, from the vendor, right? If you buy it from
Cloud vendor.
Symantec, then Symantec. From your home, for example, you buy it from Symantec, you get it from Symantec, right? You understand particular update when you receive, it is generally 300 MB,
Yes.
400 MB, right?
Yes.
Yes or no? So at your home, generally you 300, 400 MB you download, right? Whenever you're doing some work, if you download 300, 400 MB, right? So it's a big amount of data, but at home it is fine. But when your company, for example, when you have 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs of user working in the company, every user have received, for example, see, there are a couple of, type of signature, some signature high severity, critical signature. Critical signature, as soon as antivirus company will detect some critical malware, right? High severity. So high severity signature, they will release immediately. For example, some ransomware attack happen, newly come, many company compromised. It's a high severity signature. So they will come to know, they will create a signature and they will release as soon as they create. Mute your mic, please. Mute your mic. Couple of people are not in mute. Utsav and one more person. The way. So what I'm saying, high severity signature, we will release immediately as soon as they create a signature to tackle with the latest critical alert, right? And some of the low severity signature will have scheduled time. For example, every Wednesday, once in a week, all those signature will be updated. Get in mind? For example, weekly signature are being released once in a week, for example, 3 p.m. every Wednesday. For example, Microsoft Windows release signature every Wednesday. Similarly, different company will release in particular day, low severity signature, right? Once in one shot, any update signatures. For example, 3 p.m. Symantec Wednesday release signature. Now you can see 4 lakhs machine you have. Now Wednesday the release signature and signature size is 300 MB. How much? 300 MB. Now you can see we have 4 lakhs of computer. Now 4 lakhs of computer want to receive the update of 300 MB. Now you understand, 4 lakhs of computer has to download 300 MB data from the internet. Now you assume bandwidth. What will be the situation of this bandwidth, internet bandwidth? Would this all 3 lakhs of computer will be able to download this 300 MB data? No, right? They will not have enough bandwidth. Also, what about the business? Will the business will be continued? Because 300 MB is a huge amount when you have lakhs of computer and downloading the data at the same time. It is very, very difficult. The bandwidth will get completely choked. Yes or no? That's the reason in the corporate environment, updates are not being managed like this. Computer will not get that update directly from the cloud. And also, in this way, individually, when your when your instances are downloading the update individually, right? Monitoring which antivirus is updated, which client is updated, which client are not updated is very difficult because we cannot trust people. Because we even ask everybody to download. Some people will download, some people will not install updates. If they will not install update, machine will get compromised, right? So in corporate and business, we do not trust people. Business do not work on trust. Yes or no? Only we can trust in ourselves. So in this case, we'll have a security team, antivirus team. So we have a central manager, because antivirus security manager, endpoint security manager, which will manage all endpoint. Get it? So antivirus manager only will take the update from the cloud. Only antivirus manager will take the update from the cloud, from the internet, and will distribute the update to the all antivirus locally within the network. Means these client will not go to the internet. LAN bandwidth, they will download the update from the manager, and manager will get the update which client is being updated, which client is not being updated. And now, but from manager also there are 3-4 lakhs of computers. Manager also sometimes it is difficult. And again, for 4 lakhs of computer, between manager and other 4 lakhs, LAN bandwidth may get choked. Because 4 lakhs is big. 1 lakh is also a big amount. Then what happens is, for a small, for example, these are 100 computers. In 100 computers, one computer will nominate as a captain kind of thing. We call a GUP. GUP call as this all knowledge I am giving just for knowledge. Interview is not going to ask. Just for knowledge perspective I'm giving, because it's strong fundamental how your whole network and network devices works, This is all for your knowledge, not from internal perspective. Okay. So what happens is, we'll nominate out of 100 computers in every network, we'll configure one computer as GUP. GUP means group update provider. The manager will send the update to one computer out of 100 computers, and then one computer will send the update to all local 100 computers, 99 computers. Yes or no? So this LAN bandwidth, this manager will send the update to 100 computers, and one computer will send the update to all 100 computers locally. This is how we manage the updates. And all 4 lakhs of computer will report to the manager. And manager, we can check the status whether all antivirus client have the updated signature or not. Green, 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 and we can see updated signature, which user had logged in, also every information. Anyone is red or red means old signature, pink, you see subcoloring also. You can see if yellow color means N-1 previous signature. So you understand, right? That's the whole responsibility of antivirus administrator. He comes in the morning and check if any antivirus is not up to date, right? He will check. Then he can push the update directly from the manager also. He will check, okay, all the antivirus client is down within particular GUP itself is down, not pushing the update to whole network. Then he will check the GUP. If particular GUP, one particular system is not taking the update, maybe update is failed, then he will push directly from the manager, right? So that is how antivirus take the updates. Get it, mind? Understand?
Sir, one more question. This GUP, who will define this? This computer will be the
we
GUP.
will define, we can promote.
Okay.
GUP is nothing but the normal antivirus client. We can promote as a GUP. Normal antivirus client installed in one of the system, we can promote that client as a GUP, group update provider. It will take the signature from manager and it will provide the updates to the other client.
Okay.
Understand? So we have now you might be questioned, what about the remote people who are outside of the company? Sometimes they are not connected to the network. If they will connect to the VPN, they will be connected to the company network. They will get the update. But some people are on leave or do not connect to the company network. Then we may configure multiple options to take the update. First option is company network. Second option is cloud. If for these many days, if they're not connected to company network, then second option is directly they can download from the cloud. Understand? Clear? So that is the updates to ensure that all the systems are up to date, right? So you may not update your system, that's fine. But company has to ensure that all the antiviruses agents are up to date, right? Otherwise, the system is prone to be compromised, right? It's a failure of antivirus administrator. If system got compromised and we checked antivirus client was not up to date. Yes or no? That's the responsibility of antivirus administrator to ensure that all the antivirus clients are up to date.
Forward update from MAC address or IP?
Huh?
Antivirus can forward update on MAC address or IP?
Based on MAC address and IP address, both we configured. It will have information, it will collect the information both. IP address also, it learn both, which user has logged in, which IP, which system, it will have full information. Sometime, if you want to get the information, right now, for example, this system is used by multiple people, right? So right now, which user has logged in? For example, the system can be accessed by you also. You can also log in with your account. He can also log in with your account. So right now, I can check on the antivirus console which user has logged in right now. Can be checked using the antivirus console. Many information sometime when we don't have, we log in the antivirus console and get the information which user has logged in currently. Active session, currently log in or log off. System is active or shut down. That also we can check with the antivirus console. Certain times we check antivirus team is setting or we have access to antivirus, we can check on the console. Understand? Now, how system scanning happen on the antivirus? Antivirus does two-time scanning, real-time scan and full system scan. Real-time scan and full system scan. There are two types of scan antivirus does. Real-time scan and whole system scan. Real-time scan and full system scanning. Real-time scan. Real-time scan and full system scan. Real-time scan means in the system, you get an email. Email has a file, right? Once you download a file or copy a file to your system, your antivirus, once new file will come, antivirus will scan the file. Antivirus will scan that particular file only which came newly to your system. That scan is called real-time scan. And a new file will come, it will scan. That scan is called a real-time scan. It will not scan the whole system, all the file. It will scan that particular file which have been newly added, newly downloaded, newly copied. And that scan is called as real-time. Now is full system scan. Once you run the full system scan, it will run the scan the full system, right? Understand? So you understand, any file either you take through USB or email or download through web, any file comes to your system will be scanned real time. Means definitely whatever file came to your system definitely have gone through the real time scan. But still we do time to time, we run time to time full scan also. Maybe twice in a month or once in a month, we run full scan. Antivirus team also run full system scan. They schedule. Okay, these set of systems we run full system. So they schedule it automatic through antivirus console. Okay, this 10,000 computers tonight I'm running full scan. They will generate the report and they will take the SRI. Something is found. So this schedule, for example, 15 twice in a month. So my question is, you know, any new file, whatever file came to your system definitely has gone through the real-time scan. Yes or no? Because whatever new file comes has gone through the real-time scan. Means definitely has scanned already. Then why we are doing the full system scan again and again, again and again? Why again doing the full? Because every file has been scanned already, right? Through real-time scanning. Then why we are scanning again with full system scan? Why we are scanning?
If the signature is not matched at the real time scan.
Why? Why it will not match?
Just like any new IPs or any new file detected at that time, so our vendor cannot detect at real time scan. So we have to scan at full time system scan.
Maybe I did not understand what you said, or you're not able to elaborate properly. I mean, your answer is partially, I think you were partially correct. Anybody? You got my question, right? What I'm saying?
First time antivirus is not, there is a malware or there is a file. So this particular whole system.
How it will get confirmed then? How it will get confirmed? My question is, you got my question, right? Same I'm telling that we have Symantec antivirus only.
Malware.
Whatever, I'm talking about same antivirus, not malware. I'm talking about same antivirus. We know that whatever files are there in the system, are coming in the system, are going through with real-time scanning. Means whatever system right now is there in my system are already have gone through with the real-time scanning. Then why antivirus team time to time perform the full system scanning also? Why again and again we have to do the full system scanning when we know that every file has already gone through the real-time scanning before when they came in my system? Why we do the full system scanning again? Every 15 days we perform, ideally, general time if we talk.
Because of left
What is the
alone.
definition of old file, sir?
Huh? What?
Credentials provided in old files can be modified, or
Old files
Because
may
of
be
left alone
infected, so
files,
that
sir.
we need to
So
do the
because new
right.
patches are released by antivirus.
Because of left alone files.
New virus will be introduced before after the next.
Right. New patches, new, not patches, but new signature. Signature, no, new signature. The answer is, but your answer is correct. Maybe possible. Whenever you downloaded the file, some file you downloaded, it might be actually a malware. But that time, even antivirus vendor was not aware that is a malware. Hence, antivirus agent was not having signature, because antivirus has not created signature, but you actually downloaded a virus, malware. Yes or no? When antivirus team came to know it was a malware, they released the signature. But file actually has downloaded. So real-time scan was done that time. It was not found anything. But file actually downloaded. Now real-time search, it will not scan anything, because file is already came in your system. So now even though you have signature, it will not detect. Yes or no? Because it was not the part of real-time search. Real-time scan is already done. Understand? But that time it was not having the signature. Now you have a signature. So might be possible that, so now that's the reason we do the real-time. Again, full system scan. Might be during the real-time scan, some of the file you have downloaded a malware, but that time antivirus does not have signature, did not have signature. That's the reason time to time we do the full system scan to find out the previous malwares which have been downloaded when antivirus does not have certain signatures. With the latest definition, we scan. Understand? Clear? Clear to everyone? That's the reason antivirus team, another work is to schedule the scan. Time to time we schedule the scan and run the full system scan. Understand? Clear? This was the antivirus topic.
When do we do the full system scan?
It depends. Generally, once in a month, twice in a month. It depends on company to company. Okay, that's the work of antivirus.
Thank you.
Administrator. Okay. Now, another device that was antivirus. The antivirus device we call as endpoint security. Endpoint security, antivirus, right? Antivirus. So EDR is an upgraded version of antivirus, endpoint detection and response, which will be the part of soft training further. We'll be covering this one, CrowdStrike EDR solution. Endpoint detection and response. It will detect and respond.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, if I have a EDR in my organization, do I need antivirus?
Still we should have antivirus, yeah. More comparison will be there in the EDR class. Deep dive comparison. Firewall. Email gateway maybe.
Is it Malwarebytes is open source or is paid version?
It's paid, but a free trial is also available. It's paid one, of course. It's costlier one. This free trial is also available. So maybe your company may buy some licenses so that they can install it and they can scan the machine and they can uninstall them. Now, there is another security devices are available in the network, which is also a popular one that we call as IPS and IDS. IPS, IDS, intrusion prevention system and intrusion detection system. The beauty of this IPS, IDS is it works on the network layer 3 and 4, means IP address port number, understand IP address port number protocol, as well as it works on the application layer also. Means it has the visibility on data also and header also. Understand? Means application layer also it works and network and transport also. Device name is IPS and IDS. Usually IPS and IDS is generally behind deployed behind the firewall. IPS, IDS usually deployed. IPS, IDS are one device. IPS / IDS. It is a different mode. IPS, IDS. Intrusion prevention system or intrusion detection system. IPS stands for intrusion prevention system and IDS intrusion detection system. IPS or IDS is a single device but different modes. IPS, IDS works on network layer 3, 4, means it has an understanding of IP address, port number, as well as application, that means data part. It can detect network-based attack, transport layer attack, as well as application layer of attack. Understand? So now, IPS and IDS, these are two different modes. The name suggests intrusion detection system and intrusion prevention system. Detection means if IPS detect any kind of attack, if IPS detect any kind of malicious activities, any attack, it will not take any action, means it will not block, it will only generate an alert. It will just notify you, but it will only notify, it will not take, it will not block the connection. It will not block the traffic. It will only generate an alert. This mode of this device is called as IDS, intrusion detection system. IPS, IDS work based on predefined signature. It will have a signature, DOS, DDoS, cross-site scripting attack, SQL injection attack based on the, because DOS, DDoS, DDoS and DDoS can be detected based on the network level also. If we see multiple connection from multiple IP from towards same destination based on IP address, network layer, SQL injection attack, SQL based on the application. SQL injection is happening application, right? Web-based application. Cross-site scripting, again website, application level attack that also can be detected by the antivirus. So it will generate an alert like this: SQL injection detected, DDoS detected, cross-site scripting detected. These kind of alert it generate. So if any kind of attack it is happening, if you deploy this device on the IDS mode, it will not stop, it will not block the activity. It will continue. It will only generate an alert. Being a SOC team, whatever email ID you have configured, right? Or if you have configured your SIM tool, I will tomorrow I will explain you SIM. Then it will generate an event or alert and send to a SIM tool. Or you can configure email ID also to send a notification. Generally, on the SIM tool, we monitor all alert and event, because we cannot monitor different alerts from different devices on different monitoring pane, right? So on the SIM, we monitor all alerts and event in one place. Understand? So the only thing is, as an IDS mode, if you deploy, it will observe, right, detect and generate an alert. It will not block it. This mode of this device is called as IDS mode. So if you define the difference between IPS and IDS, so IDS mode, if you deploy, it will only detect, means observe, detect, and generate an alert. It will not block the traffic. While if you deploy this device on the IPS mode, it will detect and block the traffic, then generate a notification alert. Means it will block the connection. That's when you call prevention mode. Prevention means it will prevent. In case attack is happening, it will prevent, means block. Alert will generate in that case also, right? But it will block the communication. Understand? Clear? It will not allow. In case it understands it's an attack, it will block it. It will not allow. That mode is called as IPS mode. Majority of the deployment of this device will be on which mode? What do you think that? Majority of the company will be deploying on IPS mode or IDS mode?
IDS.
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 IPS.
This is the answer.
But sir, in starting time they deploy IPS.
IDS mode.
The
Because it will
answer is
generate more false positives.
majority of the deployment will be on
Hmm.
IDS mode. Why? Because majority of the time it will match the signature false positively. False positively means IPS will match the signature many times it's an attack, but where you actually check is not an attack. It's a genuine traffic many of the time, right? So winning the war does not make any sense if most of the people are died. Yes or no? That means being a cybersecurity team, we have to follow. So here, availability is being impacted, means resources will not be available for legendary people. Yes or no? So we have to ensure CIA. Mean we have to secure also, and we have to follow CIA, right? Means I have to rule also being a king, and I have to secure, and we have to people are alive. Yes or no? Winning the war does not make any sense. The people are died. So we have to make the security also. So this is the better way, having IDS. In case communication happen, malicious will get an alert and will investigate, and then we'll block it manually. This is better option, right? Understand? This is better option. In case something happen, we'll get an alert, then we'll investigate whether that is actually attack or not. If it actually attack, maybe little later action we will be able to take, but manually we can block instead of blocking our business communication. Understand? So majority of deployment will be on IDS, and some company who will be deploying this on the IPS mode also, in the prevention mode also, initially they will deploy on the IDS mode that we call as learning mode for them. Some company who are deploying this on IPS mode, initially they will deploy on the IDS mode only before deploying an IPS. They will deploy an IDS mode. They will be checking how many alerts we are getting, how many alert false positive you get. False positive means you get an alert, but that is actually not an attack. Means you got an alert, that is an attack. But once you investigate, actually not an attack. That is called a false positive. True positive means you got an alert, attack. Once you investigated, you also found it, yes, an attack. It's an attack. That's called as true positive. So once we deploy in the IDS mode, if you see a lot of false positive, you can do the required fine tuning here, required changes, so that it will not trigger false positive again and again. Right? Do the required modification, that is called learning mode. And once you are sure that majority of the time it will not take action on the false positive cases, unnecessarily not take action on legitimate cases, then only you can change the mode from IDS to IPS. Otherwise, your business will get blocked. Understand? So that machine, that device we call as IPS. So IPS usually being deployed behind the firewall on your network. IPS is not necessarily in all network. All companies may not have IDS, because network you already have firewall. For application, you already have WAF, for example. You may not go with the IPS all the time. Some company, even though you have firewall also, WAF also, may have IPS also for extra layer of security, right? So IPS, IDS may not be necessarily for all the companies, but some company may see IPS also. Understand?
I have a question, Sulabh.
Yes.
How does IPS IDS works? As in firewall and other devices, they work on the predefined signatures or rules. How does
Right.
IPS IDS work?
That is also predefined signature based on the firewall, based on the IP address, and signature based on the WAF kind of signature that we have, right? On the WAF application signature based on the different commands, right? That signature that IPS also used.
Yeah, hi, sir.
We can also modify ourselves also for static policies. Yes, Vishnu, go ahead.
What does the action IPS takes if it detects the things?
IPS means it will block. IPS means block. It will block the communication as well as generate an alert. If it is IDS, it will not block, only generate an alert.
Like it will be integrated with SIM or things?
What?
It will be integrated with SIM?
That is what I said. It may generate an alert and send to your email ID if you configure email ID, or it will generate an event alert, right? And you can integrate with your SIM, because you can't monitor alert from different sources, right? And different places. So you can monitor on SIM that we will be talking about in the next class.
Thanks.
Understand? Clear? So,
Sulabh, will it be a physical device?
IPS IDS can be physical or virtual, can be a software or can be a hardware. It depends. It coming on both model, software also and hardware also. Got it? Clear? So majority of the devices that we talk about here, IPS IDS, we talk about proxy, antivirus, right? So we have seen one thing, that majority of these devices works based on the predefined signature. Yes or no? In case any of the devices, none of the devices have the signature, any kind of attack happens, and none of the devices are having signature, the network is prone to be attacked, prone to be compromised, right? That kind of attack we call as
Zero-day
attack, right? That means in cybersecurity, we can never say that our company is protected, our company is 100% secure. We can never see that. Yes or no? We can never say that our company is secure, because there can be anytime zero-day attack. When none of any device you implement, all possible devices in the market, all possible vendor, whatever you have available vendor we implement, we can never say that our company is secure, our network is secure, our data is secure 100%. Because attackers are very intelligent, they are well-educated people. We can never say that our network is secure. Always, anytime there can be zero-day attack. When there are zero-day attack, right? That time, for example, somehow you came to know you have various devices in the network, right? We understand in all these digital devices, you have firewall, your IPS, your email gateway, proxy, switch, router, Windows, all these devices are digital devices, right? So any digital devices which are connected to your enterprise network record the activities in the form of logs. You understand logs, event? All their activities we call it event, right? Yes or no? Those events are being recorded in the form of logs. Logs means we can see what activity happened. A mute your mic. Who is not in the mute? I'll drop you from the meeting. All these activities are being recorded in the form of logs, right? That means I can log in on those devices. They got recorded and keeping their self with their self, right? So I can log in on those devices and can see what activity happened, who has logged in, who has logged out, what came, what gone, what changes happen, what modification happen, if some communication happen, from which IP, which port, whatever access they are having. For example, firewall communication, I can see, okay, what source IP communication happened towards which source IP, destination IP, what source, what destination, which port number, which protocol, who has logged in through firewall, what kind of modification they have done. All these activities are being recorded in the form of logs. Yes or no? So anytime I can log in any device and see the activities, their activities. Understand? Clear? So all these digital devices are recording the activity in the form of logs. So in case zero-day attack happen, when none of your security devices are having signature to detect it. In this case, successfully, compromise will happen. Somehow you came to know the firewall unusual activities to come to know as a firewall come to know some kind of attack is happening. Some kind of attack is happening, you come to know some user inform or something happen, through come to know some kind of attack is some malicious activity is happening. So you come to know. To gather some more information so that you can take some action, you log in the firewall to understand communication, right? From where the connection is coming, where the connection is going, which port, right? You log in on different devices. Because all these, to understand the whole communication, you have to log in the respective devices. Yes or no? Which all coming in between the communication. Understand? All these devices recording the log, recording the activity inform log. You log in the firewall, log in the IPS, you log in the, for example, email came through, log in email gateway on the machine which is the email, who has opened the email, then antivirus log, all these logs. You log in the devices to understand the whole communication. Understand? Clear? Means you're trying to collect the evidence to understand what exactly happened or happening. Understand? You understand? These are different devices. Now you have to log in these so many devices. Login will take time. Now you understand these devices collect so many activities, so many logs. And these devices are having their own format to collect the logs. And the format is not a standard format, not a common format. These devices logs are called raw format, raw logs, not having readable logs. If I am expert in the firewall, I can understand firewall logs. But I may not be expert on the email gate, I may not be expert on the router, I'm not expert in reading the Windows log, because every device are having their own format, different format. Reading the logs may not be the cup of tea for everybody, for every logs. Because these logs are not in easily readable format. Some devices logs are not on proper field set also. For example, source IP, they will not mention a source IP equal to this one. Sometimes they will record only IP. They will not even mention source IP. One IP, two IP, then port, then this port. Get confused whether it's source IP or destination IP. Sometimes IP, SRC, DST. One log, one event is started from here, one here, then second, third, fourth here. Means there is no proper breakdown. Okay, one log, then second log, then third log, then fourth log. Means it's kind of mess. There is no proper standard has been defined. There's fully proper standard, right? Yes or no? Common minimum program. There is no proper standard defined. Okay, every device should record these activity in the proper format. Should be so that everybody can understand. But there is no standard defined. Everybody means every device vendor, even not only this means we have different vendor for the FortiGate firewall, Cisco firewall, Checkpoint firewall, Palo Alto firewall. Even those are firewall, right? Every firewall record in different format, different field set name. Understand? So we have not only firewall, we have different devices. We have antivirus, we have Windows, we have so different way they record the activities. Reading log, first of all, you have to log in on different devices. Then you have to understand the logs. All are raw format. One notepad kind of file will be there. One log is starting from here, then here to here, then here to here. Not proper format. And then log into multiple devices. And the logs are so much kind of mess, so much log. Now you understand how much time it will take for you to log in on each and every device, then understand the log, analyze log, and to gather information what kind of communication it is. Maybe it may take a day for you. An attacker may come within 10 minutes, he will go out and do his work and go on outside. Yes or no? And that means you're doing the historical analysis. You're not able to take the active action against the attacker. Attacker has done his work in 10 minutes and gone outside. You're doing historical kind of analysis. That means you are not able to take the active action. It's a big challenge. Yes or no? Means you don't have a single pane kind of monitoring where you can see everything in one place. Here you have to have login on each and every different devices. And again, logs are not in common format. These are in different format. To tackle this kind of situation, it's good that we have one technology, one tool that we call as
SIM tool.
right. That's what we call as
SIM tool. Splunk bot.
what we call as SIEM, stand for
Security, incident and event management.
security, information and event management.
Event
Without this tool, any SOC is not a SOC. SIM is still a main tool of any SOC. Without this tool, any SOC is not a SOC. Now in next generation SOC, you have EDR. And in some of the SOC, people might starting implementing SOAR also in coming up in near future. As of now, only 10 to 15% that's surgeon we have not introduced so far. As of now, we're learning something which is not much in market. We have not introduced because SOAR is as of now 10 to 15%. Maybe in future it may be coming up, but next generation we may have EDR. But as of now, without SIM, SOC is not a SOC. Now, how our SIM will tackle this kind of situation where we can tackle in kind of attack happen, how we can tackle such kind of situation, we'll understand using SIM. So how we can monitor the real-time threats, real-time incidents, any attack happen, how we can monitor the whole security posture of our organization, what is coming inside, what is going inside, any unusual activity happening, we can keep an eye. What is going inside, what happening across our whole network IT infrastructure, we can keep an eye by using SIM solution. Any abnormal, any unusual activities are happening, we can monitor, we can investigate. No need to log in on each and every device. We'll deep down how SIM can tackle these kind of situations. So tomorrow will be the last class for free class. Tomorrow will be last class. I'll be showing the SIM console, how we can monitor such alerts and everything for the free class. Then day after tomorrow we'll be starting, with the regular class, continue with the regular class, and we'll deep down with this Splunk, one of the SIM. So what is the selection criteria of the SIM, that will understand, and I'll be showing you where we can monitor the real-time threat. So anyways, how we'll continue, what is the whole content that will cover from Splunk perspective, that I'll be covering on next class. Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt in IPS and IDS. Please elaborate.
Yes, go ahead.
IDS means will detect the traffic and generate the alert,
Right.
not block.
Right.
And IPS detect the traffic and generate alert,
And block.
the traffic.
Right.
And
अरे ब्लॉक हो गया, अरे
Yes, traffic blocked.
Unmute yourself.
Hello.
Unmute yourself.
Yes.
Got it right?
Then what is yes. Then these IPS and IDS on which layer on its work, and what is the main work of?
It works on layer 3, layer 7, layer 3, layer 4, and layer number 7. Application layer.
So we will cover vulnerability scanning as well. Nessus.
Vulnerability scanning, cell-based access will be given. Cell-based training access. Nessus.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Let me ask a question, please.
Yes.
Can you talk about a little bit about how the usefulness of Linux? Is it useful really? How much do we need it as SOC, in SOC operations?
1 minute. Let me show you my video here. अभी stop करो, class खत्म नहीं हुई है, 5 मिनट रुक जाओ. Do not talk to each other. Wait for 5 minutes. Linux, of course, useful, but not from operation perspective for now. For now, it is not mandatory for a SOC analyst. But as an administrator, if you want to become a tool administrator in SOC, you can see 95% of devices, these tools, applications are being deployed in the Linux, right? If you want to grow technically in the SOC, tool management, administrator, implementation team, solution architect, then Linux is mandatory. Not at this moment of time, but if you want to grow technically, because these all tools, Splunk, any SIM tool or further security, all security tools most of the time are being deployed on the Linux. There are two reasons of Linux, because it is having better security compared to Windows, and second is it is faster than other operating systems. The majority of security vendors will prefer Linux. If you want to grow technically, learn Linux. Not at this moment, but later period.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, one more question. What's the when you talk about security consultant, what's the job, as it were, of a security consultant as opposed to a SOC analyst?
Sorry.
Is he experienced?
Little bit slow, please.
Okay, the job of a security consultant, as opposed to a SOC analyst, what's the difference? Is it experience?
Job of security analyst and
security consultant.
Security consultant,
Yes.
consultant and security analyst.
Yes.
Security consultant and security analyst. See, what happens is, it depends. Security consultant is actually, consultant, if you go with the designation, consultant is someone who do the consulting activities, who take the required from the customer, maybe will work on the implementation, provide the solutioning, design the solution. It's kind of solution architect kind of thing. But depends whether you got consultant roles or what job you're doing. Some company give the consultant generic designation, but people are doing a different role. But consultant is someone who directly work with the customer, take the requirement, provide the solution. That kind of role is called a consultant.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
While analysts work on the operations.
Okay.
SOC
Thank you.
operations.
Okay.
But it depends. Some company give the consultant role, but they deploy them in the operations. So
Okay.
designation always not what exactly work is yours. Some company, for example, in India, if you go on the Capgemini always give the designation as consultant, senior consultant, associate consultant, but you work on the SOC operations, right? So
Okay.
always your designation always do not define your job responsibilities. It depends.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So tomorrow we'll connect. So tomorrow, okay, day after tomorrow, we'll connect by 8 o'clock. Tomorrow by 8:30 most probably, but day after tomorrow we'll start by 8:15, not 8:30. Okay. So it's the 9th class, right? 9th class.
Yes, sir.
So it was
Yes, sir.
10th.
Tomorrow,
Yes.
10th last class.
It was 10th day's class. I had to finish in 10 days. That's the reason I take it a bit slow to make it 10th day. So now day after tomorrow we'll take by 8:15. 8:15, then slowly we'll make it 8. ठीक है ना? ठीक है. Okay. We'll connect tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.